My name is David Okonkwo. I'm a man who believes in hard work, loyalty, and family. I built my banking career from nothing, and I take pride in the life I've made. I married the love of my life, Tonya, 3 years ago. She was sweet, gentle, and full of dreams, or so I thought. Everything changed one rainy Thursday afternoon. I was in the middle of a board meeting when I got a call. The voice on the other end was shaking. "Your wife has been in an accident. It doesn't look good." I felt the floor fall from under me. When I got to the hospital, I expected to see blood, pain, tears. But there she was, lying in bed with a small smile. A nurse was adjusting her legs, but Tonya didn't move. "The doctors say I'll never walk again," she said softly, tears forming. I held her hand tightly and told her I'd never leave her side. From that moment, everything in our home changed. We brought in ramps. I carried her into bed every night. And just when I thought things couldn't get worse, she dropped another bomb. "David, I'm pregnant." I cried. I was so happy. I worked during the day and became a nurse at night. I bathed her, fed her, dressed her. My love for Tonya only grew stronger, and I felt like the luckiest man alive even with the pain. She told me she needed more money for private care, special drugs, and the baby. I didn't question anything. I transferred over 10 million Nigerian nairas to her in just 2 months. She said the hospital bills were piling up. I didn't care, I just wanted her and the baby safe. But sometimes, I caught her staring out the window, smiling at her phone. I ignored it. Tonya started receiving late-night calls. She would step out to the balcony, thinking I wouldn't notice. One night, I followed her quietly and heard her whisper, "Don't worry, I'll send more money soon." My heart stopped. "Who are you talking to?" I asked. She jumped, dropped the phone, and lied, "It's my cousin. She needs help." I wanted to believe her. But doubt had already entered my heart. Something didn't feel right. I decided to do something I had never done before in my marriage. I started watching. And what I found broke me. As a banker, I know how money moves. I checked her account. What I saw shocked me. Almost every naira I had sent her was transferred to another man. The same name kept appearing, Kelvin A. I didn't know who he was, but I was going to find out. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed to be sure. So I hired a private investigator. Within days, I had pictures of Tonya meeting a man at a hotel. A woman in a wheelchair. A man with a rose. And then, the worst part, she stood up and walked. I stared at the pictures for hours. My wife, the woman I loved and cared for, stood on her feet like nothing was wrong. She was laughing, holding hands, even dancing. The pregnancy? Fake. The accident? A lie. The wheelchair? All an act. Why? I couldn't sleep that night. I lay next to her, pretending I knew nothing. But inside me, something had died. Still, I didn't confront her. Not yet. I had a plan. The next morning, I acted normal. I kissed her forehead, made her breakfast, and told her I was sending more money. She smiled sweetly. "Thank you, baby. You're my angel," she said. I nodded, hiding the storm in my chest. That week, I transferred 5 million Nigerian nairas, but not to her. I traced Kelvin A. and set a trap. I created a fake deal involving stolen funds and used a friend in the police to bait him. If she wanted to play games, I was going to end it like a banker would, with receipts and silence. Kelvin took the bait. He came for the money, thinking he was dealing with a weak man. What he didn't know was that everything was being recorded. The hotel room. The audio. The lies. He confessed everything to my friend, thinking he was a fellow criminal. She believes I love her, but it's just business. Her husband's rich. She brings the money, I spend it. That was all I needed, but still, I didn't explode. Not yet. I planned it carefully. A dinner at home. Candles. Music. Cake. Family and close friends were invited. Everyone came to celebrate my brave pregnant wife. Even her fake tears returned when I made a toast. "To Tonya," I said. "The strongest woman I know. And the best actress alive." Confusion filled the room. I walked over to the TV and played the video, the hotel footage, her walking, the fake belly, Kelvin's confession, Tonya screamed. The room went silent, she stood up in panic, and that was when everyone saw the truth. Tonya collapsed on the floor, begging, "I'm sorry, David. I didn't mean to. I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing." The same woman who fooled me for months now shook with shame. My family members stared in disbelief. "You had everything," my mother said. "Why would you do this?" I didn't say a word. I walked out of the room, leaving her behind. That night, I checked into a hotel and sat by the window, thinking about everything. I wasn't just hurt. I was broken. Days passed. I didn't answer her calls. She sent long messages, crying for forgiveness. She even tried coming to my office in her wheelchair. Security turned her away. I needed space to breathe. I spent time with old friends, trying to heal. I went to church. I prayed. I cried. I even questioned myself, how could I not see it? But slowly, the pain turned into peace. After 3 weeks, I agreed to meet her. She looked pale. No makeup. No fake smile. No wheelchair. "David, I don't deserve forgiveness. I just need you to know I regret everything. I loved you once. But I was blinded by greed." I looked her in the eyes. "I believed in you more than I believed in myself. You didn't just betray me. You killed something in me." She wept. I walked away, but something inside me had already shifted. I filed for divorce. Quietly. No drama. No press. I just wanted peace. She tried to fight it, but the truth was everywhere. No court would rule in her favor. She lost everything. Reputation. Friends. Her fake love ran away too. And me? I started healing. Months passed. I focused on work. I traveled. I started writing, sharing my story online under a fake name. Thousands of people read it. I felt lighter. I felt stronger. I was becoming myself again. At a charity event, I met Amora. She wasn't like Tonya. She was quiet, thoughtful, and kind. She didn't care about my money. In fact, she didn't even know who I was at first. We talked about books, faith, life. It felt real. For the first time in a long time, I smiled from my heart. Amora and I didn't rush. We took things slow. Coffee dates, walks in the park, phone calls that lasted all night. She listened without judging. I told her everything, even the ugly parts. She held my hand and said, "Thank you for trusting me." That was when I knew love was still possible. One night, I got a message from Tonya. "I heard you're happy again. I'm glad. I messed up. I hope you find the love I threw away. Goodbye." I didn't reply. I just prayed for her. She was a chapter, but not my story. I proposed to Amora on a quiet beach. "No big speeches," I said. "Just a promise, to love with truth this time." She cried and said yes. I finally felt whole. It was simple. Peaceful. Real, friends, family, laughter. No secrets. No lies, just two hearts that had found healing in each other. When I saw her walk down the aisle, I knew God had given me beauty for ashes. Today, I look at my wife and smile, not because everything is perfect, but because everything is true. Pain taught me strength. Betrayal taught me wisdom. And love, real love, found me when I least expected it. My name is David Okonkwo. And this time, I didn't marry a lie. I married peace. Thank you for watching this interesting story and drama. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notifications bell so that you will be the first to get the notice for the next video. Thanks and God bless.